Night of Champions is been and gone. It was a very successful pay-per-view. That is one thing we can say for sure. But today, I'm going to be giving you my reaction and my reaction on my predictions that happened last Thursday or Friday. But I hope you guys enjoy the video. It's going to be nice and to record. Always remember, smash the like and subscribe button to the flipping channel. And let's get into this one. First up, kicking off the show, the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes defeated Randy Orton to become the king of the ring for the first time in his career and guarantee his shot against John Cena at SummerSlam for the undisputed WWE Championship that he lost at WrestleMania 41. This match was incredible. It was a very, very good match between two very good athletes. Cody Rhodes put on some good spots and Randy Orton hit a mid-air RKO. It was very, very good. I think we had the right winner though. I know Randy Orton losing King of the Ring for the second year running is a bit disappointing and it's ruining his reputation. I think Cody Rhodes needed it more than Randy Orton though. We know that Randy Orton is a 14-time world champion, so he's not going to lose a lot of reputation stuff from this loss. I know he has lost it 2 times in a row, which ain't a good backtrack record. But he didn't need it as much. I think Cody needed to win this match so he can get back in the storyline with John Cena and build back up for SummerSlam. Because obviously we know that John Cena does not turn up again until the SmackDown edition of July 18th, which is about 3 weeks away. So we got a while yet, and we need to build up that story. So Cody Rhodes winning King of the Ring was the right decision. But overall, very, very good match. I think it actually overlived the expectations, you know. People were slacking off Randy Orton saying he's old and he won't put on a good match. But these two had the very good chemistry and they were doing very good. But Cody Rhodes defeating Randy Orton to win the King of the Ring crown was the best decision. And there we are. The American Nightmare is your King of the Ring. Next up, Rhea Ripley defeating Raquel Rodriguez. This match, I'll be honest, it was quite a disappointing street fight. We didn't see a lot of actual spots with weapons. We did see a table get put out, but no one got put through it. Or we saw steel steps. No chairs though or nothing. So it was a bit disappointing for street fight. But we've got to understand that sadly, women's wrestling is not respected as much in Saudi Arabia, and women overall are not as respected as much, which is a bad thing. But Rhea Ripley defeating Raquel Rodriguez was the smart move. It was the obvious move. Raquel Rodriguez has not got enough thing about her to defeat Rhea Ripley, and we know Rhea Ripley is arguably the biggest women on the roster right now. Her probably going to headline Evolution early next month, meant to say. But yeah, Rhea defeating Raquel Rodriguez, it was just a fill-in women's match. They wanted to get that in there just so they can give the women the respect they want on the pay-per-view and try and prove Saudi Arabians over, which is never going to work. But yeah, it wasn't an amazing match, to be honest. Rhea Ripley defeating Raquel Rodriguez was the best move again, but yeah, this match was quite a forgettable match. It was probably one of their worst out of their history they've had against each other. But yes, Rhea Ripley defeated Raquel Rodriguez at Night of Champions. Next up was surprisingly Sami Zayn defeating Karrion Kross. Obviously, we know it was Karrion Kross' first time on a PLE card since November 2022 when he faced Drew McIntyre at Crown Jewel in Saudi Arabia. And I thought Karrion Kross was going to win this. I said in my predictions that Karrion Kross would defeat Sami Zayn. By the way, so far I got every prediction right, except from this one, sadly. This breaks the streak. The Sami Zayn defeating Karrion Kross, I think it was the wrong move. I think this could have been a chance where you get Karrion Kross a win and maybe let him get more over with the fans. Sami did not need the win. I understand I would have given it to Sami because, you know, it would make Sami look a little bit worse, but he didn't really need it as much. This could maybe put him back in like the IC title picture or maybe even near a world title picture, which is, I don't know about that because I don't think Sami Zayn is good enough to be a world champion, but here we are. There's different opinions. But yes, Sami Zayn defeated Karrion Kross. This match was, to be honest, quite boring. It wasn't a great match. It was over in about 6-7 minutes. So, yeah, it didn't take long. And this match, again, was just a match they put on the PLE card just to make it more stacked, you know, because this match could have easily been on the Raw after Night of Champions, which is tonight. But, yeah, it was just, it didn't need to be on the PLE card. WWE just throwing it on there just to make it look like a better pay-per-view. But yes, Sami Zayn defeated Karrion Kross. You all laughed at me, but you're not laughing now, are ya? I predicted Solo Sikoa to defeat Jacob Fatu and win the US title, and all the people that watched that video, and most people that saw that video, like my family, all said, you're joking. Jacob Fatu will easily retain. I told you all along. Hikuleo debuted the big brother, that's one thing for sure. And Solo Sikoa, with his Bloodline 4.0, we could say, won the US title, and Solo won his first main roster title. I said Solo would win and Jacob would get his rematch at SummerSlam, which I still think is a possibility. Maybe Jimmy Uso getting added to that match. But yes, Solo Sikoa defeated Jacob Fatu, obviously with their help of JC Mateo, a returning Tonga Loa and a debuting Tala Tonga, more known as Hikuleo. But yes, the new bloodline is back. The bloodline story is over, but we're still carrying on with this bloodline crap. It needs to go, but it is what makes Solo Sikoa relevant, to be honest. But yeah, Solo win the US title, I think it was definitely the right move, you know. I think giving Solo that time as the champion and let him rebuild his bloodline until SummerSlam, which is about 5 weeks. So he can build that up, you know, get like a month in with a title. Just let him have that main roster singles run for a little bit. Because I think we could get about 3 defenses in there. But overall, with this new bloodline, that's not the main cause for me. I'm just happy Solo won the title. Because everyone said, no, it ain't happening. And I proved everyone wrong. But Solo Sikoa defeated Jacob Fatu with the help of Hikuleo, JC Mateo, and a returning Tonga Loa to win the US title. Next up, Jade Cargill defeats Asuka to win Queen of the Ring. And another prediction correct, boys. We got another one. Here we are. I said Jade Cargill would defeat Asuka and will go on to face Tiffany Stratton at SummerSlam for the WWE Women's Championship. And right now, all going to plan. That is bang on correct. Jade Cargill defeated Asuka in a poor match, to be honest. It weren't that great. But again, like I say, women's wrestling is not respected out in Saudi Arabia. In the most easy way to say it, it's not respected. So fans were very, very quiet for this match. No one cared. But Jade Cargill was definitely right winner. With Asuka returning, she didn't need this straight away. And she can have different rivalries, maybe like the likes of Io Sky, maybe Kairi Sane, and maybe a couple of more. But here we are. Jade Cargill winning was definitely the right decision. And it boosts her reputation in WWE, you know. She's a 2-time women's tag team champion. But since then, and except from that, she's not done a lot. She's been just stuck with Bianca Belair and being her sidekick, really. So Jade Cargill finally winning the Queen of the Ring. Can maybe push on to do bigger things. Maybe win the women's title at SummerSlam. And finally get that reign, you know, of being a champion in the WWE. So Jade Cargill defeating Asuka was the right move. And she is now Queen of the Ring. And the main event, the Never Seen 17, John Cena defeated CM Punk to retain the WWE Undisputed Championship. What a match. It felt like a Bloodline Rules match. This match was very good. Both men, to be fair, for that age, it weren't terrible. There was a couple of spots where they couldn't unbear, but we got to understand, both men are nearly 50 now. They're getting old, and we got to respect, they're not in their primes anymore. They're well past it. We saw Seth Rollins come out to fake cash in, and that's where all the drama started. Seth Rollins came out. Charles Robinson was set to come out to be the new referee. As the referee, obviously, we know it always happens. Got knocked over. John Cena bodied him like an NFL tackle, like a rugby tackle. Literally bodied him. Oh, it was bad. It was funny as well. But poor him, bro. I feel bad. And Charles Robinson ain't a young man. That's one thing for sure. And then, obviously, we saw Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed come out to try and avenge Seth Rollins and put down CM Punk. But before anything big could happen, Penta came out. But he couldn't get to the ring straight away. Nah, bro had to hit his little walk, which was just, it wasn't needed. Fair play, but you ain't got an aura, mate. Let's be so real here. Then, Roman Reigns. Where was he? My prediction, got everything else correct. Where was Roman Reigns? Where was he? Because then, after that, Sami Zayn comes out. What has Sami Zayn got to do to be involved? I'd say he's got a little beef with Seth Rollins, but it's not that serious, bro. Sami Zayn came out, and obviously he was going against Bronson Reed and Bron Breakker, while Seth Rollins got in the ring, hit Punk with a briefcase, stomped him, and Cena quickly pinned Punk, throwing Rollins out the ring to run away with the title and retain once again. Where was the OTC? Where is he? Is he dead? I need my YTC back, because I'm missing him. I need him. This was the great time to return, get a revenge on Seth Rollins for WrestleMania, and him making his own faction to destroy Roman Reigns and CM Punk, and get ready to face him at SummerSlam. But no, Roman Reigns couldn't return. It was really annoying. But overall, if we take Roman Reigns out of the picture, and if we never thought that he was going to come back, it was a very, very good match. The right winner, and the way the match went, it was very, very good. But probably perfect, you could say. But Night Champions was quite good, to be fair. It actually oversaw my expectations. I didn't feel it was going to be that great, but to be fair, it wasn't that bad, to be fair. But thank you for watching. It has been nice and to record. Always remember, smash the like and subscribe button to the flipping channel. And I'll see you little day faces soon. Goodbye, guys.